I mean, it's Cooper Rush worth 2.5 points. I would hope Quinn Ewers put up a decent stat line against Arizona State. If he didn't, we have a real problem.
You can say the same thing about Creighton. Okay, they had the one good game against Kansas at home.
When Toast talks about the kicking market, it's like some earth is flat shit. Andy, true or false, this is going to be a dog walking.
Dog walking. This is my dog walking of the day. I think it's going to be very ugly. Dog walking. I think this is going to be ugly.
Hey, get the sauce. Greetings, everyone. Hope you're all having a nice Tuesday night. Happy Wednesday morning to you all. I had a good one Tuesday night. It's looking like I'm going to be 5-2. Clippers, Nuggets. I mean, I can count the over as a win. This shit might go over in the third quarter. So I got that. It would take some miracle for this game not to go over. And then Padres was my favorite bet of the day. They're up 7-4, and they're bringing in Suarez right now, who's an elite closer. So
night.
Yeah, 5-2 with my top bet winning, which was a plus 110 money line. I will take it. Nice Tuesday night, man. The last week has been excellent for me. Hopefully that continues. There is some bad news. The Knicks took a loss. The offense started going stagnant a little bit in the game, and Pistons played well. Let's give them some credit. Yeah, the Pistons got the win. I felt like we should have got our over there. I mean, there was a lot of free throw attempts and whatever. That was one of my two losses, was the Knicks Pistons over. But actually no. The Pirates first 5 too. I forgot to post it on the website, but I posted in the Discord, so it would have been 6-2. Yeah, so nice Tuesday. All right, we got 15 games to go through, so let's get into it. Well, this first one's the first leg of a doubleheader. I would imagine we're not going to spend a ton of time on this one. 12:40 p.m. The game we talked about today. Toast, do you have any interest in still going with the Cards or now?
No. I mean, if I wake up in the morning and the Cardinals are like plus 120 or better, or something like that, maybe I just play for a little bit of fun. But I have really no interest in betting or looking at doubleheaders.
Yeah, I hear you on that. What about Trev?
I would run back the Reds. Same pitching matchup, the whole shebang. So it would be Reds or nothing for me.
You did spend a lot of time. I won't be betting it either. So let's go ahead and move on to Tigers, Astros. Toast got me on this one.
We're even now, though.
Yeah.
So.
I've
already made a bet. I've already made a bet in this game already as well. So let's see
one?
where you land. Yeah, let's see where you land.
I have no idea who AJ Blueblow is. Blueblow? What the hell's his name?
Well, here's that. So you don't know who the hell that is. You know Jackson Jobe is a somewhat decent arm, a pretty high prospect. And then you also know you're not going to have Hader. You're not going to have Abreu. You're probably not going to have Scott tomorrow.
So what's with the price then?
I mean, Houston's been playing pretty damn good. I mean, their offense is really starting to turn a corner, so I don't think they can make it too low. And Detroit's hasn't. I mean, I still think they're a really good team, but I mean, they've lost a couple games. I don't know. I mean, I don't understand the price really that much either. But to be honest with you, the last couple of days, every game that I've been passing on, since like the Braves and stuff today, is super easy. I'm not going to worry about it. So Jackson Jobe's been really good. He's had 2 starts on the road. One was so-so, which was his first start of the year in Seattle, but he came back and pitched really well in Minnesota. The only thing that you can say is that he hasn't pitched against a really good lineup. Then Houston is starting to hit really well, but I do think there's an avenue to success here on a getaway day as well. I wouldn't be surprised if you see Yordan Alvarez out of the lineup tomorrow. We know he left early yesterday. He did play today, but with a getaway day and then winning the series, I would assume that he's probably not going to be in the lineup tomorrow. Don't quote me on that, but if he's out, this line's probably going to move at least 10 cents or so. So yeah, I will be on Detroit tomorrow. I've already bet it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Really, I don't even understand the argument for the Houston side. The bullpen's taxed. You got Jackson Jobe, who's a beast on the mound. It's kind of crazy how I don't know. The price doesn't make a lot of sense to me, but of course it would only be Tigers. Trevor?
Yeah, I mean, it kind of feels like they want you to bet Detroit, but I can't trust this Blue Block kid. He's given up 7 earned. His last 2 games, 8 innings total. Was this 6 walks, 7 strikeouts, and 8 hits. I mean, like he's tends to have a walk problem. It looks like he's given up 2+ walks in every single game except for the first game of the season. So, It would be Detroit for me, and maybe he comes out a little nervous and whatnot, but it does feel
I'll
kind of
bet
bait
this.
to take Jackson Job with Detroit plus money.
I honestly feel tomorrow we're gonna wake up and this is probably gonna be like Detroit plus 105.
It looks like it's already moved since it's down to plus 110 already. So I'm gonna go grab
Okay,
it.
yeah, I was gonna say I would assume this is like plus 105, maybe plus 100 for Detroit tomorrow. I think the Astros are playing a little bit better, but this price, at least right now, is just ridiculous.
Plus 110 on FanDuel. I'm taking it.
Yeah, same bet I made.
You post it real quick. Just a moment. Just a moment. Sorry about that. Okay, I am posted. All right, just bet the top. I put a full unit on that plus 110. I mean, because I honestly think if maybe I'm way off, I think we're gonna wake up and see minus 108. Like, I think because it looks like the number closed on mostly all the sports books, so I think that might just be like not a mistake, but just like an oversight. Next up, Braves Rockies. Hold on. Does the fact that the Braves have the Dodgers on deck do anything for you? No.
I mean, I'm not. Yes, it's a thought. I mean, but this Rockies team is so bad. I feel dumb not playing the Braves today. I mean, again, we're at a point now where it's. I mean, to play the Rockies, you're going to have whoever they're playing, like a tax bullpen or just. I mean, it's so bad right now. It's not even fun. I mean, they were never even in the game today. So I know I get that Chris Sale has done hasn't really impressed us that much, but his last couple starts, he's kind of turned it around a little bit. The Minnesota start wasn't as great, but the Arizona start was fantastic. On top of the fact that it's not like, I mean, we already know, again, but you guys already know the Rockies are bad, but they're really not touching left-handed pitching either. So yeah, it would only be Braves minus 1.5 for me. I don't care that they're playing the Dodgers or whatnot. I will say I don't think that Chris Sale has ever pitched in Coors Field, so it's probably enough for me not to bet the Braves. Knock it off. Just don't knock it off. But yeah, it'd be only Braves minus 1.5 for pass. So.
Well, you got to take into consideration that Chris Sale has never pitched in Coors Field. Trev, Rockies?
Over 10. Rockies, they aren't amazing versus lefties, but
that's a nice way to phrase it. They aren't amazing against lefties.
Yeah, to be polite, they're not amazing versus lefties, but they've seen a fair amount of them. I mean, Lodolo shut them out, 7 innings shutout ball. That's Cy Young type of shit right there, going into Coors and giving up a 2-hitter through 7. Abbott 4, Reagan's 4, Bubic 0, and then 2, 0, 2, 3. So they can get some runs off of lefties. They're not amazing though. Sale first ever start at Coors Field. That's gonna be an issue. Jolinder not good. He's given up 10 earned and 9 innings at home. This Braves team's starting to hit. So give me the over here. The wind is, what are we staring at here? Just had this up. Blowing in from left field about 6 miles an hour. Not a big deal. Don't care. Give me the over. I see. I'll take 10, but I do see a 9.5 here. My little offshore. But I will not. I'll take the 10. I'll be fair about it. I'll take the 10.
Guys, it's important to point out that Chris Sale has never pitched at Coors Field before. Something to keep in mind. If you're considering a Rockies bet, the Braves do have a huge series against the Dodgers on deck. Maybe a look-ahead spot.
Well, the look ahead, I also think that if they're probably going to do what they can to not use like Iglesias, Hernandez, and Johnson tomorrow. So they have worked a couple times. They didn't work tonight, obviously, but they're 2 or 3 coming in tonight. So I have a hard time believing they're going to try to get through it. So there's possibilities that if the Braves put up a few, I think that the Rockies are going to get a few shots at the Braves bullpen if Sale doesn't go. I mean, because it's not like Sale's going deep into games. He hasn't pitched into the 6th inning in a game yet this year. So.
I was gonna say, what are his outs at? They don't even have his outs listed.
Yeah. So,
Trev, I might be down to bet this over with you. I'm looking at tomorrow's weather. Wind blowing out to left in Coors Field, plus 22% run index.
I'm in. Sure? It's a morning game. I don't have any bets in the morning.
Sure.
Oh, never mind.
Wind
Detroit's in
blowing
the morning. Looks like 10.5s are starting to pop up. Yeah, I'm going to bet
Let's
this
bet
115 on. Yeah, I'm betting on 10 on
Let's get
DraftKings
nasty,
right now.
guys. Let's get
Or
nasty.
no, yeah, let's get
Make it
nasty. It's on
nasty.
FanDuel. FanDuel's better.
Yeah,
Minus 110.
FanDuel. There's a flat 10 on FanDuel.
I got over 9.5 for 120, but
Oh, okay, sharp.
Okay.
yeah, what can I say? What can I say?
When you have
Sniper.
those Korean markets at your fingertips, you know.
Not all of us can bet in Guadalajara.
Oh, you just got to know a guy.
Trevor took one trip to Puerto Rico. He's got 5
Yeah.
bookies.
Came back with a couple plugs. All right,
How about who you know
I'm
now?
in
What
on
you
the
know, man?
over. 2 games, and I got 2 bets placed.
Well said.
Ooh, it's gonna be a wicked one.
It's sweaty morning tomorrow, guys.
Yeah. My confidence is all time high, man. I'm having such a nice little run here.
Baseball can do that for you. When you're feeling good in baseball, you're like, oh yeah.
Well, you know what? That's got me high in spirits. I'm beating the closing line on like every bet, which is like always a nice feeling. All right. I'm sorry. Let me center myself here. All right. Let's move on to the next game. Marlins. And ladies and gentlemen,
He's back.
those of you that are new to the show, well, actually, you guys already know what it is. It's the Marlins in a road getaway day. And for those of you that are new, the Marlins weirdly good in these spots. Now, this kind of does fit the description. The Dodgers do have a much more important series against the Braves on deck. They do have a day off, though, so it's not directly on deck. But the Dodgers have the Braves on deck. They just won comfortably tonight. The thing is with these road getaway days, I usually like it when the Marlins have lost. Oh, wait, they did.
Oh yeah.
They lost,
Oh,
they
yeah.
lost both.
So I just want to give you an idea. So last year on road getaway days, the Marlins were like I think 11-6 straight up. So not just profitable because of the plus money, they actually were above 500 so far this year. Road getaway days at Atlanta, April 5th, win. At Citi Field, Mets, April 9th, win. At Philadelphia, April 20th, win. So, oh no, they lost at Seattle.
They lost their last one. They just lost their last one, and that was
So they're
it.
3-1 on road getaway days. This is so. I mean, we've been doing this for years. We've made a lot of money. If it doesn't win, it doesn't win. But I believe the saying goes: you ride her till she bucks you, or you don't ride at all.
I don't want to ride anything, but I'll bet Miami with you. So, excuse me. Tony the Cat Gonsolin, aka the rent payer, will be back. My issue is he hasn't pitched in like 2 years, and he had one good year in 2022 where he was paying the rent for us, where he got his nickname. Really wasn't great in 2023. Funny enough, the last time that he pitched was against Miami. He gave up 10 runs on 8 hits, but that means absolutely nothing. I just thought that was kind of funny. But Cal's been pretty bad on the road this year. But at the same time, it's just a spot that, and a price that we get. I mean, again, if you play this 10 times and Miami wins 5 of the games or even 4 of the games, you're still going to be up money. So, yes, is this playing Miami tomorrow? Absolutely.
Actually, I believe 3 and 7 would be profitable at this price. So, yeah, if you make this bet 10 times, you go 3 and 7, you're up. Trev?
Yeah, with you, it's got to be the money line here. You know, what about maybe getting spicy, the -1.5 plus 360?
What's wrong with you?
Just kidding. Although, no, over 9.5 too. I like Cal Quantrill on the bump too. Like he's gonna give up runs too, regardless. We got wind blowing out. It's gonna be a nice day in LA, and shadows won't be creeping in, so we don't have to worry about that. And then Miami just shows up on these getaway days. So over in Miami money line.
I don't
Possible shadows.
I don't know if I'm actually gonna bet this one.
It's gonna be noon.
Oh, that's right. They're on the West Coast. Touche.
Trust me, I know the weather. I know the sun patterns.
Oh, I'm a weather guy too, Trevor. Trust me.
All right, Angels,
Watch
Mariners.
the NFL
Your
show.
MBs.
Watch the NFL show this year. I bring the weather like no
Kicking
one's
point
business.
voodoo.
I don't know what Trevor's doing during football season.
I just, I mean, it kicks my ass, so I'm like, whatever. I bet Jaden Reed longest reception every week and just sit back and watch him just fucking
Such a Trevor thing to do.
That's a horrible bet to place. Angels on the road in Seattle, and what do we have here? But the Mariners in a day game. We know this Mariners lineup. They're scared of the sunlight. Terrible numbers, terrible day splits. That's a little bit tongue in cheek. That's dating back a couple years. I don't know if that's still a thing, but I swear to God, there was a long stretch over the course of like a season and a half where the Mariners just never scored runs during the day. 4:10 p.m. start on the West Coast is most definitely an afternoon game. Tyler Anderson's been all right. If you were looking for a spot to maybe get a little weird, might be here with the Angels money line.
I agree. I won't be playing Seattle, kind of kicking myself that I didn't play Seattle tonight. I guess I don't know. I guess I'm in my feelings with Emerson Hancock. I kind of wrote him off. I was big on him to start his career. I never really saw enough. I mean, it's so hit or miss. I do think that he'll continue to get better if he gets time in this rotation, but he's always up and down between AAA and the majors. But his last two starts have been really, really good. Obviously, Detroit got him to start the year, but his last two road starts, on the road in Cincinnati, on the road in Boston, 11 innings, 10 hits, and 4 runs, 11 strikeouts, and 2 walks. So he has been pitching pretty well. It's just a matter of what you think of Tyler Anderson for me. I think that he should be able to pitch well. I get that he gave up his 3 runs against Pittsburgh his last start, but I mean, he gave up like 2 in the first inning and then he kind of cruised the rest of the way. So I'm not in a position where I'm really worried about Tyler Anderson pitching well. He had 2 starts against Seattle last year, 1 good, 1 bad, but the 1 good one was in Seattle. So it would only be the Angels for me. I don't know if I actually end up doing it because they're kind of like the Rockies. They're just that damn bad, but it would only be the Angels for me.
Listen to this comment. He goes, "These guys just guess or work for the books." And then the next comment he goes, "I have Knicks in 6 in a futures bet." You cannot make up this level of stupid. All right, Trev.
What are we doing? It's Seattle. First 5 under 4.5 even money. It's Seattle. They've seen 4 lefties this year. At home, Valdez, Springs blanked them, and then Sears and Skubal, they put up 5 runs and little over 12 innings on them. So I mean, kind of outlier performance for Skubal, but other than that, like they haven't really gotten to lefties at all. Hancock's looked pretty good. He had his blow up.
Are you talking
I'm
about
saying at home. Okay.
I'm not mad at the first 5 under though.
I'm not.
Yeah, and then Hancock's been fine after his first outing of the year. He got blown up. After that, he's been fine, going like I think it was like 5 innings or something, and like giving up 2. So I have no problem taking the first 5 under. I got this at even money. I see it right now, so give it to me.
Yeah, that's really 4.5.
No, it's 5 minus 130, but I'm not a bitch. I'm going to go down to 4.5 at even money.
I don't like.
I don't need that half run.
I don't like how the Mariners have gone to the last few lefties they've seen, but it's been a week since they've seen one. They got the Garrett Crochet.
Those were all on the road.
Yeah, that was in Fenway, and before that was in Toronto.
Why is this total so high, though? Because it's not like the Angels can score.
I think it's just because the Mariners offense, they have like the best offense in baseball right now. Like the hottest bats in the league.
No, yeah, I get it. All right, fair enough.
I don't think I'm going to bet this one either.
And without Polanco putting up 2 home runs tonight, the Mariners have 0 runs.
Yeah, but he's so red hot right now, and he's healthy. I don't know.
He should have had 3 tonight. That one went right to the wall.
I know. I'm just saying he looks really good and he's finally healthy. He's somebody to watch going forward.
Watch him get benched and not even be in the lineup tomorrow.
Giants Padres. Shout out the Padres. My favorite bet tonight came through. I think this might be the spot you go right back to the other side though. Now that the Giants are plus 114. That's what I'm thinking, Toast. When I looked at this one earlier, I was thinking Giants at the plus 114.
It would be over or Padres first 5 for me. I agree with Kyle that you can't play the Padres full game. We'll just start there. Because of the bullpen situation, so as Sasha just mentioned, the Padres are going to bring out Suarez. So Suarez, Adam, Estrada, Morihone all worked tonight. So that's going to be 2 of the last 3 nights. So as I like to see, you're kind of going to get the B lineup from the Padres tomorrow. That being said, you do have Michael King on the mound, who usually can get through about 5.5, 6 innings, give or take. I mean, he's usually pretty damn good for that. And he also has a really good history against this Giants lineup in general. Faced him 3 times last year. I went about 17 innings, only gave up 3 runs on 12 hits. But the reason that I wanted to play the over into the Padres first 5 is that, like I told you guys going into Milwaukee, I don't think that Landon Rupp's that good. I think that he's about to lose his starting spot to Hayden Birdsong. And I think that it's sooner or later, this all has been about to unfold for him. He had one good start against Cincinnati at home, and then he had one good start on the road against the Angels. Both those teams are kind of hit or miss offensively, especially the Angels. Cincinnati can be really hit or miss, but on the road at Houston, on the road at Philadelphia, at home against Milwaukee, not really impressive. And now with the Padres lineup starting to come back to life, now that they are healthy, I don't think it's a surprise. I don't think it's a surprise that they scored tonight. So it would only be the Padres, and it'd only be the over for me tomorrow.
I don't know about the over. I disagree. I was leaning Giants. What do you think, Trev?
Rups.
Yeah, I bet Padres first 5 run line, even money. Michael King versus Landon Rupp. That's about it. The Padres used all their, Jason Adam came out, Suarez came out. Who the hell else was it?
When you say even money, you saying plus 100 or minus 110?
Oh yeah, plus 100. My bad. So yeah, I played that on the run line, just the half, just Michael King versus Rupp. I'll take it, and then not to mention I don't want to play full game because of all the arms that were used tonight. So just give me the first 5 in and out. Michael King's been really good. He's given up 2 earned runs in his last 3 outings. He's given up 8 all year and 33 innings, only 3 homers, 11 walks, whatever, but it's not bad. 40 strikeouts too. So he's been doing his damn thing on the bump this year, and I think it'll continue over tomorrow.
I mean, even okay, yeah, Michael King. I'm not mad at that first 5, by the way, but I think you go back to the Giants here. The Padres bats came out tonight. They got us to win. Let's not push our luck. I think this price, you go back to the Giants. I mean, in a series like this with the 7 totals, the 6.5 totals, I'm probably gonna. It's like an NFL game with a 34.5 total. I'm gonna be betting whoever's gotten the plus 3. So I think I might bet the Giants here. FTB is in the comments. What's up, man? Long time no talk. Shoot me a message. I haven't talked to FTB. Oh, he had a kid. That's why. Congratulations.
He got married too.
Did he get married? Did he have a kid or get married?
I could be wrong. I think he got married. I think I saw that. So if you did, congratulations. If not, screw me.
It was one of those. He had a kid or got married. Whatever it is, congrats, man. Shoot me a message. I think I'm gonna bet the Giants here.
Don't do it, dude.
I think it's the bet. Tonight was the Padres spot.
Yeah, I think you're better off looking at San Francisco live, but that's just me. Maybe it's the
Plus
Padres homer me. Rupp sucks, dude. I'm just letting you know. He ain't good.
So the Padres bats.
Well, now they got their guys back, so it helps.
They've been discharged.
Small bet on the Giants at plus 116. I'm taking it.
Play the song for me.
I don't want to play it for myself. Fine.
These messages were brought to you by Fake Sharp Incorporated.
There you go.
Thank you.
All right. I bet it. I'm in on the Giants plus 116. All right. Did I click send on that? Yep. Okay, cool. Oh, he said he had a shotgun wedding. So you're right. He got married. Didn't have a kid. Well, congratulations.
Yeah, congratulations, brother.
My cousin just had a kid. I must have mixed them up. Twins is on the road. Twins are on the road in Cleveland. Twins minus 140 favorite on the road. Pablo. How's Pablo pitching against left-handed bats this year, Toast?
Versus lefty bats?
Well, that's what we need to ask, right? Against Cleveland.
I know. I was just making. Yeah. Terrible. Absolutely terrible. I don't understand. This price is so wild to me. Like, I feel like I'm missing something. Like, I know that obviously we're going to go through it, but I mean, that's first and foremost. I mean, you said it right then and there. We know that Pablo Lopez is not good. He's a computer darling. All these computer guys love him. But he can't get lefties out to save his life. And what do we know about Cleveland? A boatload of lefties in that lineup. Oh, on top of the fact that, yes, Cleveland really can't hit fastballs, but guess what they can really do? They can really hit sliders, and that's really his major out pitch. So if he's not going to have an out pitch tomorrow against a whole bunch of lefties here, I mean, it's not like, I mean, I'm not like the biggest Luis Ortiz fan, but it's not like he's been terrible. I just don't understand this price. Again, I understand that I was on here the last couple of days talking about the Twins playing better, and baseball's a mental game, and I completely agree with that. But I was getting the Twins at like closer to a pick 'em or a nice plus price, not the Twins minus 140. Not to mention the fact that Louis Varland, who's been like one of their better relievers, just got absolutely destroyed tonight to give up part of the game. It would only be, or to give up the game. So it would only be Cleveland for me. Let me double check.
I'm double checking the status of the Twins bullpen, and
Passe, Smith.
Passe and Smith are the only two that went. They're fine. They'll be available again. And on the Twins side, okay, so the Twins guys are all going to be available too, but they all went. Yeah, I don't really understand the price either, but we're polling 60% Twins. Like, everyone's picking Twins.
Yeah, I'm just going to bet Cleveland. I don't.
God damn it, I think I am too.
Are
you with us, Trevor?
Yeah, I like Cleveland in the over. Like you said, Pablo, he's got like a 343 average versus lefties this year. I know wind's blowing in, but Cleveland is, they're hit or miss, but I think, they have good numbers versus Pablo. A lot of lefties that are not going to be able to get out, so I like that. And then Ortiz, Toast may like him. I think he's kind of a gas can, so I think Minnesota can put it.
I don't like him. I just don't think he's as bad as what he's shown, and the dude has like 28 strikeouts his last three games. So, I mean, he definitely has something at least. That's all.
By the way, this price is gone. You can get plus 112.
Yeah, I know. I was just about to say that. Plus 112 is the best you can get unless you're on Bet Rivers. Good luck.
I took a...
You can get plus 118.
Where can you get plus 112?
FanDuel. Unless it just changed.
Oh, it is. Oh, my God. How did I miss that? It is plus 112.
It's plus 118 in Guadalajara.
Thanks, Trev.
No problem, guys. Shop around. Don't lose the value.
Gotta shop around, baby. Oh, that was funny.
All right. Cool. I'm in. Yeah, I like it. Plus 112 I got. Move on to the next. And the next one is Yankees. This is the one Toast was getting trashed. He didn't even bet it.
I know. I don't even under what, because I said the Yankees bats are feast or famine. So
no.
15, so now I'm dumb.
Your comments on this game didn't even make sense. In the same analysis, you said, I don't trust the Yankees bats, or they're streaky, feast or famine. And then you also said the over seems easy. So, like, it does.
Yeah, because I assume both teams were going to score with fantastic weather. I don't understand how that's. And did the over hit?
I think so. Yeah, by the Yankees.
Right. It snuck across.
Snuck across.
Still feel the same way. I still feel like the Yankees bats are so feast or famine. So again, congratulations putting up 15 home runs again today. I mean, that's like the definition of feast or famine, but it's all good. Keep on betting them.
What do you think about this one?
Over again. So I mean, we're going to have another day where you're going to have decent weather in Baltimore. Yeah, I don't really understand why not. I mean, I guess Carrasco has been somewhat decent, but I mean, if we know Baltimore, they can't touch lefties, they can get to righties, so they should be able to get to Carrasco, or at least get a couple off of Carrasco. And the Yankees, I mean, I don't really. The Yankees offense, again, I'm not trying to make a case that they're bad. I'm just saying that this idea that they're out there scoring 5 runs a game every night is a fallacy. And that's what some people make it seem like. So I just want to make sure that everybody's on the same page here. But they should be able to get some off of Cade Povich. Cade Povich is coming off a really good start. And before that, he had faced a lot of bad lineups. So I think this is by far the biggest step up in class he's had this year. So runs tomorrow. I didn't bet it, though, so don't come at me in the comments.
Well, you saying if you had to pick, you would take the Orioles against a lefty because you don't trust the Yankees bats. It's just wild work. What do you think, Trev?
Yeah, I took Baltimore over 4.5, minus 120. It's Cookie Day. He's a righty. Baltimore just got their shit kicked in today. They had 3 total hits. 3 total hits to 19. Absolutely ridiculous. I think they show up tomorrow. I don't hate the over either, but I just want to focus on Baltimore versus Carrasco here and just absolutely get to him. Nice weather, like Toast said. Orioles versus a righty. We already know that they crush those guys. So give me the over 4.5 here. Quick and easy.
I mean, I can't say I disagree with that. Weather's good, you said?
Yep. Let me pull it up. We have 80 degrees and a slight breeze in at about 3 to 4 miles an hour. Nothing serious.
I'm good on this game.
I love when the comments come after me.
Toast gets off on it.
Especially on a day like today when literally every single public side won and it was easy. So all those weekend warriors are out there pumping their fists high.
Cubs on the road in Pittsburgh.
270.
Matthew Boyd against Mlodzinski. Got my first 5 under in this one. That was nice.
Yeah. Same bet for me as yesterday. Cubs first 5 on the run line.
What's that price?
I think I got it at
118.
Minus 118?
Yes. Again, just going to continue to attack Pittsburgh against left-handed pitching, very similar to like we just talked about with Baltimore. Going to try to attack them as much as possible. Mlodzinski's terrible. And Matthew Boyd, I actually think is really, really good. He's also faced fantastic lineups so far this year. Arizona, San Diego twice, the Dodgers twice. So to say this is a step down in competition is a understatement for sure. So Cubs first 5 on the run line.
Trev?
Yeah, I had the same thing. First 5 run line, minus 115. Again, lefties versus Pittsburgh. Lefties versus Pirates at Pittsburgh, 0-1-1, 5-1 earned. Liberatore's the only guy that got lit up by this lineup. Imanaga, Allen, Parker, and Fried absolutely shoved. Boyd's been really damn good this year. Cubs offenses were really damn good. Mlodzinski he's a joke. I'm honestly even tempted. I've been staring at this Boyd to record win plus 122. Like
You've been staring at it?
I've been staring at it right now. It's
looking at me right in the freaking face.
It's looking scrumptious, dude. If they have to lead after the first 5, I want to see Pittsburgh just get to that bullpen and come back while holding the lead, throwing out their turd cutters coming out of the bullpen. So give me the first 5 run line I already bet, and then I might fire on this record a win bet too.
How did Heaney look today, Toast? I didn't watch the game. I know my first 5 under hit. It was 4-0.
I actually think that he looks
all right,
fine. I mean, yeah, he gave up a couple long balls, but I mean, the Cubs offense is like one of the best in baseball. So I don't really think too much of it. I think that he pitched just fine. I mean, his stat line is going to give up, say, like 4 runs or something, but I do think that he pitched much better than that personally.
Yeah, I have no interest in trying to get to the Pirates here, especially against a left-handed starter. I don't even hate your bet. I guess, honestly, it would probably be just Cubs minus 1.5, if I'm being honest, if I was to bet this one, but I'm not going to. Mlodzinski, he was playing with fire. I watched him pitch against the Angels, and this is not a pitcher I fear in the slightest. And the Cubs against lefties, I said that I thought Andrew Heaney could pitch well because they haven't hit a good lefty all year. The only one they had seen is Luzardo, and they didn't hit him. So I was willing to poke holes in the Cubs' bats against lefties, but against righties, they're pretty proven. So Cubs minus 1.5 for pass.
We're also at a point with the Cubs where if they see a left-handed starter that's not considered good, it's a bet on.
Nationals plus 88 against the Phillies.
What a game
Did
tonight,
you see how Philly blew that? Oh my god!
We were both on the over,
awesome.
so we were happy.
Yeah, we were both over. That was actually like pretty much the whole Discord was on the over because that was like a group selly for that. That was awesome. Nats on the road in the bank. Real quick, weather at the bank. It looks like wind blowing in this time.
In from left.
So I talked about this when I took Baltimore against Mackenzie Gore. Nationals against lefties are terrible. That being said, I'm feeling a little weird about Christopher Sanchez right now. He pitched like 2 innings against the Mets, came out with elbow soreness or something. I don't know how I feel about Christopher Sanchez, but if he gives us even an average Christopher Sanchez performance, he should throw an absolute gem here because the Nats cannot touch lefties. So it should be a very favorable spot for the Nats against lefties. Toast, what do you think about Jake Irvin pitching in the bank here?
I think that he could get destroyed. So everything as far as Sanchez is concerned with his forearm, the Phillies say he's good to go. They've had him pitch a simulated game or whatever you want to call it. Probably not a simulated game, but live BP. And he said that he was fine. So, and I don't think that the Phillies are in a position to put him out there if they were worried about what he was doing and what he was pitching. So let me see if I can get a line. I will be on the Phillies' first 5 run line tomorrow. I just got to see if they've posted a line. When I was looking at them, they weren't posted yet. Only the full games were. Now we got some lines coming. Yeah, it's still -1.5. I need some more to post. It's probably going to be kind of juicy, but it would be Phillies' first 5 run line. I would assume it's going to be like 130 or something like that. I don't really care. I trust Christopher Sanchez, especially at home. I also think that he's faced some pretty good offenses so far with the Dodgers, Giants, Mets, and the Cardinals. So again, it's just the Nationals versus lefties. I'm going to try to target as much as possible. I think the Nationals kind of got a little bit lucky with that Phillies bullpen. That being said, I want nothing to do with the Phillies full game. This bullpen's so bad, I just can't trust it at all. So
especially because Alvarado, he threw like 30 pitches tonight.
He pitched, Strom pitched. Yeah, I mean, they're already in a bad situation. They're really not in a great situation now. So I don't hate an over either because I do think the Phillies are going to score. I do think that 8's continuing low, and I keep on talking about overs in Citizens Bank ballpark. I'd be curious to see what the overs are if anybody has that in Citizens Bank this year. But regardless, it would be Phillies only first 5 over for the game if you want to play it.
Yeah, both sides use their main arms. This is a crazy one. I'm not completely opposed to going right back to an over. What do you think, Trev?
Yeah, let's take a gander here at Nationals on the road versus lefties this year. Only seen 4, but in Colorado they got 1 on Freeland. Granted, he only pitched 2 innings, but Heaney, Falter, and
Kyle
Lucas
Freeland
all 0.
in Coors. If you can't,
he only
Kyle
pitched
Freeland.
2 innings.
Oh, okay, go on.
There's only 2 innings, so I mean, I don't know what happened, but they only got 2, and then other than that, they have not scored a run off of a lefty all year. Heaney went 7 1/3, Falter went 7 innings, and then Easton Lucas went 5, and giving up a grand total of 8 total hits in all of those, 11 if you include Freeland. They cannot hit lefties. I'm with Toast, first 5 run line. And Sanchez under earned runs. Where is this? Yeah, -120 for under 1.5. I'll take that too. If Sanchez gets hit up by the freaking Nationals tomorrow, so be it. But they cannot hit lefties on the road whatsoever this year. They've got like a 50 WRC plus or something versus lefties on the road. Like it's not pretty. Lefties on the road, just had this right here. Washington, yeah, they're sitting 26th in baseball the last 3 weeks, 53 WRC plus, 531 OPS, 023 ISO. No, thank you. Give me the Phillies and Sanchez under earned runs.
I've also got a couple of DMs about props. The one in this game would be Bryson Stott, hits, runs, and RBIs. I just want to see the lineup. I want to make sure that he's batting leadoff. But yeah, it would be Bryson Stott to target.
All right, let's move on. I can't do an over. I can't take an over with the Nats against a lefty. I just can't in good faith.
For that and all the runs today, I wouldn't be surprised if it's kind of more of a tame game tomorrow.
I will say if that game's like 0-0 in the 5th, I might live bet the over though.
This is the one that bothered me today.
You didn't bet the Royals.
It was the Royals or the Blue Jays, and I picked the fucking Blue Jays like an idiot.
I told you,
like Toronto's
just something you don't do.
I hit the over, so I still made money. A 20-cent line move with Garrett Crochet, one of the biggest public plays on the board. Good for them. Good for the world.
We got Noah Cameron, whoever the hell that is, making a road start.
He's pretty good in the minors.
Is that your way of suggesting you're going to take Kansas City, Trev?
First 5 under. I have no idea what the number is. I haven't seen it pop up yet. But first 5 under, Rasmussen's been pretty
What if it
good. Wins
opens up
playing
at 3?
3?
It's just saying. How could you say you
If
like it?
I need a 4.5. If it's anything lower,
4.5.
Under 4.5 minus 110. Go ahead.
Yeah, you're
yes, feed it to me. All right, Cameron in the AAA, outside of the one game versus the Norfolk Tides, where he gave up 5 runs in 4 innings. He's given up 3 total earned runs in like 18 and a third innings and 9 total hits. He does have a bit of a walk issue, 7 walks in those 18 innings, but he's got 21 strikeouts otherwise. Also, so I mean, he's been pretty good. Unfamiliarity, obviously the Rays haven't seen this guy, so I like the first 5 under. I mean, look at what happened tonight. It's just neither team could do anything, and now you're going to get a new pitcher coming in who's been pretty good in the minors. I think he'll be fine. Rasmussen, we know, is really damn good, and the Royals have no offense whatsoever. So give me the first 5 under 4.5, and then just a little in and out. Done with this.
All right. What do you think, Trev?
Toast is going to be on Rays minus 1 and Rays minus 1.5. I'm not going to pretend like I know a lot about Noah Cameron, but from what I've seen, especially last year, he spent a little bit of time in AA and AAA, and he had a 1.3 whip in AA, and he had like a 1.1 whip in AAA. And I think if he would have had another 20 innings, that whip would be around a 1.3 as well. So I hated the spot for the Rays today. Coming back from that West Coast road trip after playing so well against Arizona and San Diego, I thought it was like the definition of a flat spot. Now we get Drew Rasmussen, who's been fantastic. His 2 starts at home this year against Atlanta and New York, coming off a terrible start on the road in on the road in Arizona. I think the Rays bounce back in a major way tomorrow. Rays minus 1.5.
Wind in from left field, 8 miles an hour, but it's going to be like 80 degrees tomorrow, so it's going to be nice still regardless.
I can't say I disagree with that. Rasmussen, I mean, should be able to pitch well. I don't necessarily love the ballpark for a pitching gem, but he should have no problem making outs here against the Royals. The Rays have been solid against right-handed pitching. I don't know. Well, Noah Cameron's a righty, right?
Yeah.
Then I would lean the same way, but I'm not. We're pulling at 78%, 72%, 12% on that. No one is taking Kansas City. Also, Ivy in the comments pointed out that I called everyone fake sharp that was taking the Royals today. I did. I played the chime. Red Sox at minus 118 against the Blue Jays at minus 101. Over 9, under 9. Giolito.
I know, dude. He's back.
Our guy is back. Who's your favorite Giolito? Is it Angels Giolito or White Sox Giolito?
Dude, White Sox Giolito was real fun.
Easy money.
Is it Padres Giolito? Was he in the Padres?
Not that I remember.
I feel like
I hope
what's the team I'm missing that he played for? Can't remember.
Red Sox? Oh, I guess that's his one right now, but yeah. Because he hasn't done anything.
He was a Brewer. He was a Brewer. I'm pretty positive.
So
he was a National. He was a National, a White Sox, an Angel, Cleveland.
I don't remember Washington.
I
Do you
don't
think he
either.
pitches
It was,
well against the
only
Blue
one
Jays?
I honestly have no idea.
Yeah,
This game
same.
isn't. Yeah, absolute. Honestly, guys, I have no interest betting this game. I don't know what to expect from Giolito. I don't know who Casey Lawrence is. I'm not going to pretend like I do. The way that Boston is playing right now, I mean, everybody bet them today and they won easy. Their bats are really hot. It would only be Boston for me. I have no interest betting this game, but it would only be Boston for me.
Trev?
Yeah, I was wrong. He was not a Brewer. We had some random guy for half a season a couple years ago, but over. I mean, I might even be tempted with Toronto, to be honest. I mean, Giolito.
Why?
Do it. Put Toronto under his name.
Giolito, look at this. Against this year, and excuse me, and
Who the hell's Casey Lawrence, dude?
I was going to say.
Who gives a shit? Over.
Who cares?
His last 3, he gave up 3, 3, and 3. He's had a home run. He had 9 walks, 12 strikeouts. And what's this? Let I carry the 14 hits and a grand total of 11 and 2/3 innings. He's a gas can. Like he's coming out tomorrow. They just need a guy to fill in, and he's going to get blitzed. I like the over, and then Casey Lawrence. I don't know who that guy is either, but give me Boston to score on him too. Giolito could give up all these runs by himself. So
you really
I am believing in Toronto a tad bit. It's been about a week and a half, 2 weeks since I bet them, so they're kind of drawing me back in.
I have to do it.
These messages were brought to you by Fake Sharp Incorporated.
No. I like the over more than if I said if I had to pick.
Someone even said it. I said, hit the button, Kyle. Oh, let me get myself centered. I had to put drops in my eyes. Today was. Why is my? Oh, there we go. Today was such a long day. I was on the golf course, teed off at 6:57 a.m. or something, and I didn't finish work until like 3:30. So I'm ready to sleep. Next up, Toast. I tried to tell you, you didn't want to listen.
Good for you and the world. The world won today. We all got it. Good for you guys. Good for you guys.
So, do you want to try to step in front of the Grimace train again?
With Corbin Burns? No. Fuck no.
Who the fuck is Brandon
Absolutely
Waddle?
not.
Yeah,
Absolutely not.
Who's Waddle?
I just think that this price tells you how bad the books think Corbin Burns is. I think that should just give you a real good indication of how bad this guy has been. It's only the Mets for me. Yeah. I agree. I still agree with everything that I said earlier today as far as the Mets playing a whole bunch of teams that were bad and stuff like that. But Corbin Burns is not the guy that I'm going to try to make a stand with. So I'm sorry. So I'm not going to act like I know much about the Mets starter Waddell, but at the same time, yeah, I guess over, if anything, over 8. But yeah, there's no chance in hell I bet Arizona with Corbin Burns. That feels like such a trap at -110. It's not even funny. So
now is when you take Arizona. It's Corbin Burns at a pick'em against Brandon Waddle, and we're polling at almost 70% Mets. Everyone's taking the Mets here. What are you, crazy? Who the hell's Brandon Waddle?
He hasn't pitched in the majors since 2021.
What do you think, Trev?
Trying to find out where the hell this guy's been. He's probably been in Korea with Kyle Hart. Diamondbacks too. I mean, I'm not a fan of Burns either, but pick 'em price. I mean, how do you got to play it. I mean, Arizona versus lefties on the road hasn't been amazing. They've only faced 3 this year. Peterson, Parker, Rodon, 1, and 4. You know, they haven't been amazing, but they have garnered 8 walks, 1 homer, and a grand total of 10 total hits and 17 innings. So it hasn't been pretty, but got to go back to it. I mean, everyone's going to bet the Mets at an underdog.
Oh wait, by the way, I don't think this Waddle guy is confirmed because Odds Logic is saying undecided, and FanDuel's the only. I mean, not a lot of sports books don't have this line open, so. I think there's a good chance who would it be? Whose turn would it be in the Mets rotation?
I saw Kodai Senga today.
I think it would be Kodai Senga's turn.
If it's Senga, but I don't care.
Senga, they
pick him
price like that.
No,
Exactly.
Senga's scheduled to pitch Thursday.
Yeah.
Thursday, okay.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Well,
Yeah.
Senga's only went on the 25th, so he's not even.
All right, I'm going to
You'd be
take
just
Arizona. If it's not going to be Senga, I'm taking it. I'm going to take Arizona.
Waddell is a lefty, so there's that, I guess.
I don't like that, but I do like how they just saw a lefty in Peterson.
And we'll get Edwin Diaz potentially at some point. So never dead when Edwin Diaz comes into the game.
Dude, your favorite team's the Brewers. You want to talk about the Brewers bullpen?
Dude, we're figuring shit out right now. It's fine. 162 game season. Let's not overreact to a small sample size.
Yeah, he's figuring shit out, he said. My bad. I didn't realize he was figuring shit out.
Oh, I was wondering what Toast was looking like that for.
Arizona
money. He's still here. Oh, I thought you were.
No, I was looking at all the money splits from a couple of different things. That's all.
I thought you were frozen.
All right, I'm in on Arizona. Hopefully we get Waddle against Corbin Burns.
Yes, I know Chet Payam stinks. I'm not a fan of him. At least we got Yoho. Wait till Mizorowski comes up. Then you guys are going to all be in really
someone
big
pointed out.
trouble.
So that guy, Noah Cameron, is a lefty, not a righty.
Even better.
Brewers, White Sox. Toast got his Brewers -1.5 here.
I feel like such a cuck. That team sucks so bad. The fact that they made me sweat.
They didn't really make you sweat, though.
Dude, they made it
They didn't
interesting.
score for like 6 innings. What do you mean they didn't sweat? Minus
Whoa.
1.5, minus 130. They didn't do shit for like half the game. I was
said wait
sweating
until
like a
the
mother.
bullpen comes
The
in
White
too.
Sox were winning for like 2 innings.
What? It was like 2-1 in the sixth. I thought
it was 2. Yeah, the Brewers scored 4 in the 6th. It was 2-1.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I was
it
gonna
was
say.
sweat free. I was out of that game by the 6th inning.
And those runs were like, oh, hit by a pitch, walk. I mean, they were gifted.
Welcome to the White
They were
Sox bullpen.
gifted.
Welcome to the White Sox bullpen. No one said they were good.
What do you guys think here? Toast.
Over 4.5.
Tobias Myers has like a 35 xFIP against lefties because he's seen 7 lefties, 7 at bats against lefties, and he only has made 1 out. It's 3 hits, 3 walks. Because our spreadsheet, the model wasn't working for this game, and I was trying to figure out why. It was saying Tobias Harris was projected to go negative 3.5 outs. And I was like, how? And then I finally figured out the cause. It's because Tobias Myers' xFIP against left-handed bats is over 35. So
Those are against good lefties, though. Now we got the.
no,
White
I mean
Sox.
it's 7 at bats. Who cares? It literally is meaningless data. You going Brewers minus 1.5, Trev?
No, over 4.5 again. They could have 1 run through 6. Wait till that bullpen comes in, and that's all that matters. Easy enough. Weather-wise, just had this pulled up. Yeah, it's gonna be 52 degrees. Winds blow them left to right. No big deal. I don't care. Brewers can still score against anybody, especially righties. Not to mention
Plus 100 cost.
Plus
Yep, and not to mention the White Sox bullpen's going to have to show up at some point. So give me the over 4.5, all 9 ABs. You get the White Sox bullpen for a good 4 or 5 innings. Easy peasy.
Someone's saying FanDuel has Kodai Senga listed as the starter.
He was listed on a couple. It's not going to be him, I promise.
Toast, do you have any interest in this one?
No, I felt they got really lucky, and the Brewers' price has already dropped 20 cents from 186 to 163. So, and the
They're
total
taking
7.5.
White Sox money?
I want absolutely nothing to do
I'm
with
good
this.
too.
They're giving you Brewers plus 100 on that team total. No, I want nothing to do with that. No.
Be my guess.
Nope.
A's with Severino on the mound in Arlington against the Rangers. Rangers minus 155 favorites. First glance at this one, I know that it went over this game today. But remember, both bullpens were in bad shape, specifically the A's. So the A's are going to be able to rest their bullpen arms. We got 2 good starters. The under is now 13-2 in this ballpark this year. 13-2 to the under. So if you've been blindly taking unders in Arlington, you are doing just fine this season. So my first glance, haven't looked at anything. My first reaction would be 2 starters I trust, 2 lineups I don't really trust. This ballpark's been nothing but unders. So that's my first glance. Host?
Sacramento, Oakland Athletics, whatever the hell you want to call them, on the money line.
Really? I don't hate it. I don't hate it.
First of all, I think that Sevy is pitching a lot better than some of his numbers look like. He had 2 bad starts, one of them against the Cubs, one of them against San Diego, both of them in Sacramento, both of them against, at the time, some of the best lineups in baseball. Obviously, as we know, San Diego has struggled with the injuries, but he's also been very, very good on the road as well. His 2 starts on the road, Milwaukee and Seattle, 14 innings, only 4 runs. So Sevy on the road, when he's not in that AAA BS ballpark, he's been just fine. And if there's one thing that we know about the Rangers, this offense is not good at all, especially with all the injuries that they're dealing with. On top of the fact that today, I mean, they got a whole bunch of guys that they faced that were just bad. I mean, none of these guys that they saw today are going to be like Severino. So I do think that with the fact that Severino pitching with a full bullpen behind him and an offense that I do think is better than the Rangers at plus money is a bet for me. So yeah, I bet Oakland at like 130 or whatever it is. Yeah.
I would rather play what you're saying in the form of a Rangers team total under. What do you think, Trev?
Yeah, under 8. Rinse and repeat. Texas at home. Severino, like Toast said, he's good on the road. Sucks at home. Eovaldi, good overall. We know that. And this Texas offense, if they're going to explode for 11 runs again, so be it. But the A's on the road versus righties. I mean, if you they've gotten 0-1, 2, and 0, and then they played the White Sox 4-0-5, and then they played at the Colorado Rockies 4-3 and 2. Other than that, 1-3-2, 1-0, 3-0-2. They can't hit righties unless they're playing the White Sox or the old Rockies here. So give me the under 8. No problem with this one. This is gonna be like 4-2, 3-2, something like that.
All right, guys, enjoy your night. Sorry that we kind of rushed. I didn't really mean to rush through it. I'm just tired as hell, so I wasn't very.
Oh, it's not the most entertaining slate.
Yeah.
Either,
also, with
so.
all the pitcher question marks, it's not the best slate.
Yeah.
I'm going to talk about the 2 NBA games, guys. See you tomorrow.
Have a night, guys.
Toodles.
In the morning, yeah.
Yeah, with John in the morning.
Yeah, perfect. All right. Have a good night, guys.
Warriors, Rockets. You know what? I'll set up the real quick. Both of these series. So I actually. All right, let's just talk about it. Warriors, Rockets in Houston for Game 5. Second. Let's switch it over to the one-person template. Did I just freeze? Oh, I'm back. There we go. All right. Yeah, my contacts are drying up. I'm tired as hell. All right. So obviously we know Jimmy Butler ended up playing in Game 4, and Golden State just exploded offensively. It was actually the first good offensive game we saw in the entire series, really, for Golden State. It's the Warriors defense that's been carrying them through this series, not the offense. Game 4, the offense showed up. 123.9 offensive rating. Now you might say, Kyle, the Rockets also had a good offensive game. And that's not completely untrue. They had like a 116 offensive rating, something like that. But it's a little deceiving. They shot 48% from 3. Not exactly sustainable. They only hit 11 threes, so it wasn't like crazy. But shooting 48% from 3 is going to make your offense look a little bit better than it was. So Golden State gets Butler back. The offense looks great. Where is their hope for Houston here? Well, I have some for you. If you're trying to bet the Rockets, if you're a Rockets fan, I have some things you're going to like here. Number one, we're back in Houston where this defense has been excellent this entire season. I was talking about Orlando's defense at home. As far as best home defenses in the NBA, it goes Oklahoma City Thunder, LA Clippers, Orlando Magic, Houston Rockets, sitting at 4th. A 108.7 defensive efficiency. It's supposed to say defensive efficiency on the graphic. It says offensive. A 108.7 defensive efficiency rating at home this year. That's excellent. Over a full 3 points lower than their defense on the road. So the Rockets defense has been excellent at home all year, and we've seen it in this series. The Golden State offense the Golden State games in Houston weren't that great. In fact, the offense looked terrible. Houston had a 102.3 defensive rating against Golden State in games 1 and 2. So the 2 home games they played, Golden State couldn't do shit offensively. So there's your angle if you're trying to bet the Rockets. The defense has been great at home all year. They're now coming back home where the defense looked great in games 1 and 2. Should be a really nice spot and a nice matchup for the Rockets defensively. And on top of that, the Rockets also rebounded a lot better in games 1 and 2 at home. Golden State was grabbing offensive rebounds in Game 4 on the Rockets. Not something you see. Houston's one of the best rebounding teams in the NBA. But in Game 4, Golden State was grabbing offensive rebounds. Now that we go back to Houston, Rockets absolutely dominated the battle on the glass in Games 1 and 2 at home. So now that we're back in Houston, I expect the Rockets defense to show up. I expect the Rockets to control the rebounding. So we take the Rockets, right? Here's where it gets a little confusing. The line's 4.5. What are they doing to us here? I think Houston wins this game. I think I'm going to bet the Rockets, but I don't think it's a positive EV bet. I personally have this at like 3.6 or whatever. You can see it on the screen, 3.6. So actually, it's saying I should bet Golden State, but I don't care. I think the Rockets win this game, and I think I just wanted to. I saw Houston -4 earlier. I might just take it to do some gambling. Want to be very clear. I don't think this is. Oh, where did my pick graphic go? I wouldn't consider this a good bet at 4.5. But you know what? It's opened up at 2.5. It's been bought up to 4.5. Seems like they're taking some Houston Rockets money, maybe for a reason. So yeah, I think this is the correct side in terms of who wins the game. I think Houston is going to win this game. I guess Houston minus 4.5. I hate laying more than a possession in this series, but yeah, give me Houston. We'll see if I bet it. Next up, Minnesota against the Lakers. This is another one where it's kind of the same story here. All right. We are on to Minnesota against the Lakers. Well, game 2, the Minnesota Timberwolves were held to 85 points, their lowest of the season. So game 2 in Los Angeles, the Lakers win. They even up the series. They hold Minnesota to 85 points, their worst offensive performance of the season. How do they follow that up? With 2 outstanding offensive games in game 3 or 4. They take a 3-1 lead on the series. So now we're back in LA for game 5. Does the Lakers defense show up again? I mean, obviously, I think we could all agree. I don't think we expect Luka Doncic and LeBron James to go out like that. I think back at home, we should see, kind of like we saw from the Bucks today, we should see the Lakers' best fastball. They're laying 5.5 points. The problem is that on a basketball standpoint, I don't know how you could lay 5.5 to the Minnesota Timberwolves. I mean, if you include last year into the sample size, this is one of the strongest playoff teams we've seen in the last couple of years. I mean, this team just plays well. They finish games, and I'm not laying 5.5 points to them. So I think this is kind of what I was saying, the Rockets. I think the Lakers win this game. I'm not laying 5.5, though. I think I might bet Houston just to do some gambling. In this one, I think I might take Minnesota plus 5.5 to do some gambling. So, yeah, that's where I would go. You know what? Or an under. These two teams have been playing low-scoring games all year. I did hit on an over, so I would go Minnesota or an under. But I'll probably, you know what? Rather than just leave it up in the air, I'm going to bet the Rockets and the Timberwolves. I'm going to bet those two sides, just doing some gambling. Like I've said a bunch of times, there's not a ton of value in the playoffs. I know that sounds crazy because I went 3-1 today, and I've actually been doing really well in the playoffs. It's just a lot of it's just gambling. So I'm going to take the Rockets. I'm going to look for a 4, and I'll take Minnesota plus 5.5 just to have some fun. That's how I would do it. Thanks everyone for watching. Sorry for for tonight. I was a long day today, so I'm a little exhausted. Tomorrow morning, 11 a.m. back with Toast and Legeza. I will be rested, so we'll be able to go through the slate and maybe find some more stuff. See you all in the morning. If you're in the betting league, give me about 20 minutes. I'll have the standings up. I'll have all tomorrow's stuff posted. Maybe about 20, 30 minutes, and I'll have it all up. Thanks, everyone, for watching. As always, bet responsibly and all that. Talk to you tomorrow.